Though I will admit, this power does kind of feel like it has a lot of overlap with the Doom Surf. Well, they both let you traverse things you normally can't. It's just this one also has the weird swingy aspect.
Yeah, that's not these two powers are just really situational. So, like, I mean, Doom Surf is literally just the ability to move on water.
Yes.
And do that one attack that comes up occasionally. So it doesn't really change up the gameplay any. There are just sections that have water that you cannot touch before you have it. The Doom Morph is also that, but, like, more situational. I kind of hate games give me, like, just overly situational power-ups. I'm like, there's no application except what the game tells me I need to use the application.
This is the only stage that I have no bullshit armchair video essayist explanation for. My explanation for this really does feel like they just wanted to reuse Frontiers assets. Because Shadow has fucking no relevancy to Frontiers.
Sure he does.
He doesn't appear in the game at all!
He was there the whole time!
According to this game, apparently.
Curzon, he was there the whole time, like Big in Sonic Adventure 2.
It's funny you make a joke about that, because if you actually talk to Big, Big recognizes Shadow from the Ark because they are actually referencing the Big being in the background of certain cutscenes in Adventure 2. So yeah, Big was there the whole time.
I was looking for my friend Froggy. I thought he might be in space.
I was right. He was.
That's basically the explanation we're given. Because now everything is canon. Even when it makes absolutely no sense to be.
Not enough Mega Man X Command mission.
The funny thing is, that's actually, I believe, considered to be a separate continuity from the regular Mega Man X continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Just what I'm trying to mention it afterwards. That's right. Never.
Well, because if it's an alternate dimension... Well, actually, a funny thing about that is, now this is only in a Japanese audio drama, and it's one of those that's probably not even anywhere near canon. This was just done for a fun reference. What's the name of that combo attack skill in Command Mission? I don't remember what it's called. There's in Command Mission... I don't remember if it's every character or specifically X and Zero. They have a move that they can do that it takes like both of them.
Command.
In the Japanese audio drama for one of the Zero games, when fighting in the Elf War, I believe it was X and Zero scream out final attack when they do a combo attack.
Oh, yeah. There's a mechanic where, there's like a bar, and they try to make it like a thing, but it's not necessarily that big of a mechanic, I don't believe. But when you break the bar, the whole thing is that everybody can do like a final assault, where basically you just spam buttons and do damage, so everybody piles on to the thing that they're fighting. But normally during bosses, you can't really do it until like the end of the fight anyway. So it's just kind of irrelevant, it's just there to basically be cosmetic almost.
My point is, well, again, it's a Japanese audio drama, there is one reference to it in regards to 03.
It don't matter, because again, you hear him bring it up again? Yeah, that's right.
And I think Cinnamon from Command Mission got into X-Dive.
You?
I don't even know.
I hope you're wrong.
What?
No, not Cinnamon. The U isn't Cinnamon, the U is X-Dive. Hey, it has the un-gotcha version now. So it's actually kind of okay.
Why are we here?
There's some fighting game, or some kind of like combat Mega Man game. I think that was like a mobile game, I'm not sure. But I know they put They put Zero's form for command mission in there.
X Dive. It was a it was released on mobile and PC. It was a gacha game, but the gameplay actually was a simplified version of traditional Mega Man platforming. It wasn't like a fighting game or anything. It was you would actually go through stages and like fight bosses and shit. And of course, they would reference it in that because it's a gacha game. You have to start pulling a shit like that to have alternate versions of characters.
Yeah, there was some game that put absolute zero in it.
It would probably be that one.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been.
And there was more.
Mega Man X Dive. Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah.
Hey, that was more than ZX and ZX Advent Guide, because I'm pretty sure all that was there from the ZX games was, I think, Vint and L. ZX Advent Guide, nothing.
Too bad, because we could have used more booty.
Okay, because that was a gacha game, all the voices were in Japanese, so unless she screams booty in English, she wouldn't have said
Yes, but Ass is obsessed with the booty.
Yes.
You kept making these terrible jokes in the last play.
Everyone has made that joke.
Ass is obsessed with the booty.
Yes. When she says booty, she means treasure. And this is why everyone finds it funny.
In ZX Advent, she's looking for treasure, but she called.
I'm with Sean. Who is
I think there was also barely anything from the Zero games in that, but I can't remember because, you know...
We always talk.
Gacha game.
We always talk about it, but like the tongue-in-cheek Ratchet and Clank game, so they have the Ratchet and Clank: The Quest for Booty.
Boy, that absolute zero.
I've seen the form before.
Though my favorite thing, because they didn't get to do it originally, Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time was going to be clock blockers, and they were told to stop.
No.
Well, okay, though we also have to mention the other one, the 4-player multiplayer game is going to be Ratchet and Clank 4-play. Okay, y'all need to fuck off.
Oh god, Cinnamon is in that game.
It's a waifu in a gacha game. How is this surprising?
Apparently, when they pitched, our 4-player...
about whether or not who else we put in there.
It was the
Ratchet. They put fucking Marno in there.
It was Ratchet and Clank 4-play. That name pissed Sony off.
Of course it did, because they were they would have been trying to sell a children's game called 4-play, and we can't be having that. Though the funny thing is, because we were talking about Mega Man for a minute and we're playing Sonic, this is literally like the only time we could bring up the Archie Mega Man Sonic crossover.
Alright, fuck Mega Man X Dive. They didn't put the best character in there.
Who?
Spider.
Oh.
Put Maximo in there though.
I also love, like,
Dude.
I love the clock blockers as well. 4-play.
Though the funny thing is, the Archie, basically Archie, Mega Man, and Sonic crossover eventually just expanded into being a Sega and a Capcom crossover. So because of that, we get Sally Acorn and Woodman interacting with Amaterasu. Or just other shit, like a Vice actually does appear.
They even put Ultimate Armor X in here.
Oh. Need to bring back Billy Hatcher is what we need to do.
No, we don't.
Yeah. Ah!
Nobody asked for that.
He ended up in the other hub world.
Because this is how they acknowledge the Shadow Boss fight in Generations, though unfortunately you don't have it from Sonic's perspective. And that is the one time people want recycled content.
Yeah,
So Sonic Generations.
Yeah, sorry, but that Chaos Emerald and I have a date with a monster.
There are 3 rival battles in the game. They're just like 3 boss battles. One's with
Well then, it'll be a date.
I know you're explaining it, except you have to remember I'm considering both of these part of the same Let's Play.
Yeah, that's what.
Correct. I'm explaining to George.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So George, you fight your rivals for Chaos Emeralds. There are 3 optional Chaos Emeralds. One's from Metal Sonic, one's from Shadow, and one is from.
Optional with an asterisk because you need all the
Wait,
chaos.
they're optional because you don't have to play them to go to the next zone, but they're not optional because you need them to fight the final boss. Okay? One of them is with Shadow, and so because these games are actually taking place at the same time, we're acknowledging the fact that Shadow fights and loses to Sonic, which is why you don't have a Sonic boss fight, because otherwise you have to get mad that you lost the cutscene.
Except because this is attached to.
Sonic gets the Chaos Emerald, but we worked on setting this up. Because if you remember, at the beginning of the game, we picked up the fake emerald, which was the yellow emerald.
Flying the freedom!
Which is also boobs. Which is also the emerald that you get from Shadow is the yellow emerald, which could have been because of memes, because the yellow emerald's also the damn 4th Chaos Emerald.
Okay, I feel like it was done because the yellow was the fake emerald from
In Adventure 2.
Either reference works.
He has a fake emerald.
But we gave Sonic the fake emerald, which is kind of Chad. Loses fight. Okay, I gotta drop a Chaos Emerald. Drops fake emerald on purpose. Woo! And then just say, Rouge, just slip it up his butt when he's not looking.
Which is why the Sonic Paradox channel did a new set of shorts, and it's
Hasn't it been like 10 years since they've done those?
No.
Oh.
They did it.
Oh wait, they did one like 4 years ago.
No, it was like 1 or 2. No, but they have a skit. He took a fake emerald. Rouge, remind me to give that back to him later. And it's basically like, come on, Other Me. Oh, Time Eater, it's like, we got your number. Weird, that usually works. What's going on here? Shadow's holding the real emerald? Oh, crap. We gave him the fake emerald, and we literally...
I can pass through grates in that form?
Because you're squishy.
I mean, I understand that, but like, how was I supposed to know that? The game did not teach me that. Sure did.
It's also a grate. It's also a grate that's in the middle of all that goo, so I feel like that's just...
It was intuitive because I could see what it wanted, but like...
Gave him a fake
I played an
emerald.
entire stage where that didn't come up.
Also, to the surprise of no one, but where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald line is English only.
You know, in the Japanese, it's just where's the 4th emerald. They added the damn...
But it's such a good line.
I didn't say it wasn't. I'm just saying that it's one of those. This line was added. Like it was.
Where's
made,
that damn 4th Chaos Emerald?
It was made more edgy.
What I love about Shadow the Hedgehog as a game, when Sega initially got the game rated by the ESRB, they got a teen rating, and they didn't want to promote a teen-rated game, so they censored it to get the new E10 rating, but it has more dams than the Japanese version.
Damn.
Remember, if you die, damn, not here. Or one of my favorite ones, if you lose the alien tank in the highway stage, damn, they got away.
You put Fernum in here?
Still looking at.
Last 4.
Hey, I think all that's in that.
Unless they give me gates for Radical Highway.
And again, I think all that's in that game from the Zero series. Like,
You put Nana in here? What?
again, I believe all that's in that game from the Zero series is I think Omega and the 4 Guardians of Neo Arcadia. So it's like. Now then, again, there isn't much else you could put in Zero, though. I guess you could have put Craft. Would have liked to have Craft. That would have been cool. Or you actually could have put Dr. Vile or Weil, depending on if you're in the English or Japanese.
Mr. Wily.
The funny thing is, the reason he was changed to, I believe, Vile for America was because they thought it would sound too similar. No, he's Vile in America because Vile was the one character from Mega Man X, because Vile was Vava or Baba in Japan, which would be Boba.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah, fuck that game. They didn't even put fucking Spider in there. They put fucking Fernum.
I know that was
Like
the
out of
level
all the
3
boss,
chaos
out of
mission.
all the boss
That was
characters
the
to put
easiest
in
chaos
there,
control mission so
you
far.
know, I understand that clearly you tried to do a thing where you were like, oh man, we're gonna put the waifus in here.
It's a gacha game. You have to have your waifus.
Nana doesn't do anything. She's literally just a fucking dispatch.
Yes, but boobs.
The Booba, Brian. The Booba.
What do you mean? She's like the lead. Like, okay, Cinnamon, cute, healer girl. Marino, literally, like, you know, basically showing skin. Nana,
I would
literally
say,
just
I
sits
would
there
say
and fucking
playing
dispatch.
devil advocates again, except that Mega Man robots might actually have gender. I mean, base.
Oh, robots can fuck by the time of ZX.
Yeah.
Is that when base happens?
No, base is classic.
Base is classic.
My point stands then.
No, but but in ZX, by that point in the timeline,
Robots do have, you know, robots definitely, genders definitely matter in
the
Mega Man.
by the time of ZX, Reploids have a red triangle on their head. There is a character you can talk to in the original ZX that is a Reploid and is a mother. Robots can fuck by that point in the timeline.
Yes.
The point stands.
And
Why the fuck you put 9
and
in
you you say that like, oh, the character isn't really like sexualized. You're not thinking gotcha enough. You put the base character in so you can then have all the swimsuit versions.
They didn't even give her a skin.
I played fake Green Zero. I know how.
Because
They
because
gave Marino her skin and it just makes her armor black.
the only
You know,
reason
anybody who looks at me and says, "Why are waifus so important in Fate?" I look at them and I'm like, "Did you play the original visual novel?"
the only reason X Dive doesn't have more waifus in it is because it got super canceled. It failed spectacularly, so they then released an offline version and killed it. If the game had went on longer, we would have maybe got an XC swimsuit version of that character.
No. You know why the game died? You know why it failed spectacularly? Because you didn't put fucking Scarface in there.
Oh god, why did we make this a mission?
Because you picked all of these Mega Man X Command mission characters, but you didn't put the one that fucking matters. Where's Spider?
To be like fair to the game, I think the game
I'm Spider.
I think the game tried to have the characters in the game somewhat fill specific roles, so it might have been a like the Spider might have they might have thought
Spider can feel everything. He's Spider.
they might have thought he was like too similar to someone
Ask
else.
Sean loved Spider. Sean was always in Spider. Spider was always in Sean's team.
From my understanding,
Note the past tense.
though, from my understanding, if you want to,
It was just kind of, oh my god, they didn't put a spring there in case you got stuck.
hey, better that they think
I
about.
understand, but it kind of like defeated the purpose of doing it.
Better that they think about that versus like putting you in a soft lock.
Well, I mean,
Because if they
no
put-
soft lock, but there should have been just like a way back.
Because if there was a potential to a soft lock, the Sonic was never good narrative would start again.
It was worth the damage punch. I got it.
Yes.
And what I was going to say, from my
We
understanding, that
played through some of them games.
what I was going to
I don't think we
say,
could.
from
I
my
think my Shadow run,
Dude.
my Team Dark run, is enough evidence.
Okay, one we never actually.
we never finished the Team Dark thing, so that never went up.
Wow. Well,
He finished Team Dark, didn't he?
No.
Oh.
I thought all we had left was playing Team Chaotix.
No, I think we had to stop like I believe at Final Fortress or something. I think we stopped like right at the end. Or very close to
We
it.
recorded.
I recall a lot of problems happening.
You ran into like every fucking rare glitch in the GameCube version.
Yeah. Every glitch I haven't seen. I was going to say about Command Mission. From my understanding, the team that breaks that game in half is X, Zero, and Cinnamon. Like that is apparently the team that just bends the game over backwards and spinks it.
Yeah, Spider kind of.
For years, we've talked about.
Spider kind of can't be on the final team.
I know.
For years, we've talked about
What do you mean, man? That's not even like that hard of a team. That's just like that's probably like the safest team in that game. You gotta play dangerous. You gotta just play fucking Marino, Axel, and just pray to God that Marino actually dodges shit.
on and off. We've
Holy
talked
shit, I
about
forgot Axel was
that
in
Sonic Heroes recording, but because we never completed the game in any capacity,
Axel is in that game. You can literally play. You can literally play the box cover team of
One day
Axel,
we'll finish
X,
it. It'll
and
be like
Zero.
10 years in the making.
Dude.
Saga Frontier, the Saga Frontier Remastered has been like nearly 4 years in the making. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how many of you were also a bit caught off guard by this game having a Sonic Frontiers stage in it? Are you in the camp that feels like they really had to stretch in order to put a Sonic Frontiers stage in this game? Because all of the stages are based off of games and stuff Shadow was in, but then you get a stage from Sonic Frontiers and you never saw Shadow in that game, and it does kind of feel like they ran out of ideas, so they threw in a stage from Sonic Frontiers in order to have something else somewhat modern, even if that doesn't really make sense, because Shadow was basically non-existent in the game. He was at least in Sonic Forces, so that makes sense. Sonic Frontiers doesn't make sense other than wanting something modern, but a lot of people had a problem with including any stages from Sonic Frontiers simply because, like I said, people thought this was stretching and a little bit dumb, since people generally say Shadow is not in that game at all. So, the reason I thought this would be a fun topic and a overall interesting question is simply because I thought a lot of people might want to vent a little bit, but I'm starting to ramble. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.